Thanks for tuning in to our first episode of Behind the Mask, presented by Real News No Bullshit. Episode 1 features two brothers who say they've robbed nearly 100 banks during the 80s and 90s throughout Southern California. Through court documents, we've been able to verify that one of the men was behind 41 bank robberies. Both men have also served nearly half of their lives behind bars. This is their stories.
So walk me through this. You've been in prison off and on 25, 30 years.
More or less, yes. Yeah.
Okay, and what about you?
Since the youth authority, since I was 14 years old. So I'm now.
Youth authority is like juvenile hall.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Okay. And now you're a bank robber. That's your big thing.
Yes, yeah.
Plus or minus, you think you've robbed about 100 banks?
More or less, yeah. I mean, less, yeah. 170, 80, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It was hard to keep track, yeah.
How'd you get into it?
I got into it because my little brother did it when he was a juvenile, since he was like 14. And just a few other friends that I knew were
So
doing
it's just
them.
like in the family.
Pretty much, yeah.
How many of your family members have been incarcerated due to strong arm robberies, bank robberies?
Well, two of us, yeah. Two of us. Three of us. So, counting me, three, yeah.
3 of you guys, and out of how many?
Out of 5. There's 5 of us.
So that's a good chunk, yeah?
Yeah, 50% or more.
And so walk me through it. So like, this is during the 80s and the 90s. You guys are hitting banks, mostly in Southern California is what you were telling me.
Yes.
LA, Orange
Orange
County.
County, San Diego, Riverside, a few in Riverside, yeah.
What kind of banks were you hitting?
Mostly Wells Fargo, but yeah.
Mostly Wells Fargo.
Mostly Wells Fargo.
Do you
yes.
bank there now or no?
No. I don't even think I'll step into one nowadays. Yeah,
No. And okay, so we're thinking roughly 100 banks, probably.
Yes.
Now, I think it's fascinating because a lot of people don't get to talk to a bank robber, and the amount you did is, I mean, it's a lot.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You know, clearly this had to be some kind of an operation. It's not like you just get in the car and say we're hitting the Wells Fargo today, right? Was there like pre-planning to this shit?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah.
So how does that work?
Well, we would pretty much just drive around. Sometimes we'd just look in a phone book to see where they're located, and we'd have we'd either have a stolen car for a getaway or a stolen bike for a getaway. And we'd just scope it out, drive around it, and you know what I mean? See how it was, and just hit it, yeah.
Okay, so walk me through it. You walk into the bank. Most of the time, do you have a gun? Do you just give people a note?
No, yes. Half the time, we did not have a gun.
Did he go with you?
No.
No, you never did bank robberies with him. No. What did you do with him?
We did shot somebody together.
You guys shot somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
In a neighborhood gang related incident, whatever.
Yeah, they came in our neighborhood, crossed us out.
Like spray?
Yeah,
like,
spray. Yeah,
spray paint into the walls.
Spray paint into the walls.
And that means you shoot them. Like that's what that.
Well, that's what we wanted to do.
That was our reasoning. Yeah, that was our reasoning.
Damn, so you guys just got in a car and just found the guy and shot him?
Yeah, I went to
their area.
To their area, and yeah.
God damn. Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
How much time did you guys get for that?
What did you get? I got 3 years.
Yeah, I was still, a youth, so I did a little over a year in the youth camp.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was cool.
That's cool. What's the difference between prison and youth camp? You mean like juvenile hall?
Yeah, juvenile hall camp.
Okay,
exactly,
so what's the difference?
Well, because it's part of the juvenile hall, so I went to a place called Joplin, and it was really cool because it was all like natural. They had cows there, they had agriculture, construction, so so I got into the agriculture part of it. Learned how to milk cows, kill all the animals, slaughter. Most of our food that we ate there, we killed and butchered, and our milk that we drank, we milked cows.
So while you were in juvenile hall, you were
Yeah.
like learning like skills.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Got it. Okay, so he was a part with he was doing other shit with you, but nothing with the bank robberies.
No.
Your other brother that was supposed to be here but got sick, he did that, and also you have another brother that's serving 22 years.
Yeah, 22. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In prison because he robbed banks with you too.
Yes. Uh huh. Yeah.
So how'd you get out early?
Well, see, we were robbing banks in the 80s and 90s. He got arrested in 90. When we got out, and I got out in end of 2000. He got out in 2001. He continued to commit bank robberies, and I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. So, so right now he's back on another bank robbery.
Oh, he did another one.
Another one, yes. Yeah. He continued to do. He was continued to do drugs. So he to support his habit. Well,
He just kept robbing banks.
Yeah, he turned back to bank robberies. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so get into it with these robberies.
Okay.
You said you guys would go in, you would case it, then you would decide on the day you're going to go and do it.
Yes.
You walk into the bank. I'm a bank teller.
Okay.
What do? How does it work?
Most times I'd just stand in line if there was other people waiting in line, and I'd stand in line like I'm in a bank. You know what I mean?
Like
Like
you're
I'm just a customer. Sometimes I'd get a little banknote. You mean little check or something? Yeah, how they have them right there on the counter, and I'd just write on the bank, "This is a bank robbery. Give me all your money. Don't give me no funny money." Stuff like that. No,
You just write it on
no
the piece of
dime
paper.
tax. I'd write on there and I'd give them the note. I'd just give him some. Oh, how do you mean? I'd be courteous, nice, and tell me.
So you walk up like, oh,
Yeah,
hi.
how
Would you wear a
you doing? You
mask?
think you could help me with this? No,
You wouldn't wear a mask?
no.
So you had your face out there.
Yes, but my face was a little different because I did something to alter my appearance.
What would you do?
I would shave my mustache.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm a whole different person without it.
got it. And then so you would give them the note. How would they react?
Well, they would just read it, and most times they wouldn't, because you're
It's
not
just
going out there with no violence or threats or nothing. They'd read it and they'd tell me, just do as they say, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? However they may react, well, I'm going to react, but I don't react.
And did you have a gun on you every time you'd go?
No, half of the time, no.
No, you didn't.
And the times that I did, it's not like I ever had to show it or anything like that. No.
Got it. So then you would walk in there
Mm-hmm.
and you'd give the note.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Any times you would ever actually just walk in and it's a full-on robbery
Yes.
with your brothers?
A couple of times I did, yes.
So how does that work? You guys just go in and you're like, what? Everybody put
Go
your
in
fucking
there
hands
and
up?
everybody with your hands up. This is a bank robbery. Everybody down. And
Seriously?
yes, I did that just a couple of times. Yes.
Wow. And did they have guards?
No. That's one thing we would always. I would never rob a bank with a guard in it.
Got it. And so I'm just curious. When these times you would go in there and say, everybody put your fucking hands up and get on the fucking ground.
Right.
How did people react to that? Did they just like freak? Do you ever remember like
No, I remember clearly. Yes. They would all just get down. They'd all be no, and we talk, but it,
you ever,
quiet.
you ever freak the fuck out, like full blown panic?
No. They'd all just get on the ground and we tell them to be quiet, shut up, whatever the case may be. And they would just quiet down. Yeah, thankfully there was never no big problems, nothing like that. No.
Did you, so like, with all this robbery shit, did you ever have a moment where someone didn't cooperate with you?
No, I never did. No. They were always they always complied because we knew that what they were trained to do is to comply with your demands and just give you your money and get you out of there before anybody, so nobody would get hurt.
And then you guys would book it into a car and haul ass out of there.
Yeah, car or bike, whatever they're.
Blowing red lights, going through an
No,
alleyway.
nope.
No.
That would just bring attention to you. That would just get you
So
arrested.
it's nothing like the movies.
No, nothing like the movies. No, you do something like that, you're gonna. There's officers responding. There's police responding. They see a car like that blowing through lights, making a quick getaway. They're gonna chase you.
Yeah. Did you guys ever get chased?
No. Oh, I did once. Yes, one time.
How'd you get away?
Chase. I got away.
You just
I just outran this one cop, and we had to get out of the car because we knew that the whole force would be on us in no time, and helicopters and what have you. So we had to just we make a quick stop and get out of the car and run.
Wow.
And we got away.
Yeah. Um, the times that you did go with a gun,
Mm-hmm.
it was loaded, ready to go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And were you prepared to use it if you had to?
If we had to, yes.
Yeah, like some of these guys that rob banks, they go on these documentaries and say that, oh, it's just for the show. Or a lot of people use like a fake gun. Yours, you were 100% not.
You
planning.
cannot use a fake gun. What if they're going to come shooting at you?
What would you back then? What would you have done
Mm-hmm.
if, let's say, you're robbing a bank and the police show up as you're at the bank? Do you give up or do you go out guns blazing?
I mean, I wouldn't give up. No, I would have to go out. Yeah, because they're going to shoot at you and they're going to try to kill you first. I'm going to try to get away or just shoot them if I had to. Okay? But yeah, thank God none of that ever happened. Yeah.
Wow. Some questions people have for you. How did you feel during and after the robberies?
I'd feel great.
Because you just got a bunch of cash.
Just got a bunch of cash.
How much money were you pulling from banks in the 80s and 90s?
Oh, it depends how much you could get from one bank teller. Sometimes I would hit two of them because it wouldn't seem like enough. But 7, 8,
two
10,
bank
12.
tellers? How do you do that? You get back in line and just do it again?
No. You just hit the next one because by that time they're aware of what is going on. So
she's like, yo, give me all your money too.
You know, you too, give me all your money, yes.
Holy shit.
But I mean, most times no, because kind of like on a little time schedule, you got to get in and out of there as quick as possible. Yeah.
Wow. So you just get it and go. And what made you pick Wells Fargo's?
Just because they were easier. They usually never had no a security guards there.
Well, now they all do.
Now they all do, yes. Now they all do, yeah. But they were usually most other banks. They usually had some kind of security.
And your case, we're not going to reveal who you are, but it made national news.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You actually, we're not going to say the name, but you have a nickname.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What is there a reason what gave you that nickname, or is it just
well, the FBI puts monikers on
the FBI? So the FBI was coming for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that like to know the FBI is on your ass?
Well, I mean, it's just another part of law enforcement, pretty much. But they're a little bit more. I mean, they're good at what they do. So yeah.
And let me ask you this: so you go rob the bank.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it hits the news that night. Would you watch the news?
Yeah, either the news or the newspaper.
You would read the report, or you sit back and watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Wow. And what'd that feel like?
I mean, kind of felt good at that time, because we know that was us, and we got away with it, pretty much.
And
so it felt good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what ended up catching you?
What ended up catching me was somebody told on some of my other friends that were robbing banks and my brother. Yeah, pretty much my brother. So that brought
your brother snitched you out?
No, he didn't. No.
Oh, he got caught.
Some other guy snitched my brother out, and first another friend. He snitched out another friend, but in that same sense, in the same he snitched out some other guy. But he also snitched out my brother and like 4 or 5 other guys that were doing bank robberies at that time.
And then they just fucking took you guys down.
After that, all the attention was on our neighborhood and all of us. And so that, in a sense, got me put on the map after I continued doing them anyways.
And how did you spend the money? Did you get money ever from him? No. How did you spend the money?
Mostly on drugs, because that's why I was doing the bank robberies. I had a drug habit. I had a heroin habit. Yeah.
Heroin habit? Did you have a drug addiction?
Yeah, but I had to rob banks.
Right. But you had a drug addiction too. What was your addiction?
Heroin, cocaine.
And what got you guys into that?
Wow. It's just all over the neighborhood. Seeing, our brothers, our friends, just seeing everybody doing it, just
said fuck it.
Just a rise of curiosity in you at that time, back in the 70s. Yeah, everybody was trying everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so how many banks would you hit? Like a bank a month, a bank a week, a bank every couple months?
But depends how much money we would get. Sometimes it would be once a week, once a month. Towards
Jeez,
the end,
that's a lot of drugs you guys are buying.
oh yeah. And then after a while, your habit gets a little bit more heavier. So towards the end, before my brother got busted and before I got arrested as well, we were doing before he got arrested. We were doing like two, sometimes three a week.
God damn.
That's because we already knew that they were looking for him, so we decided
Did you
to
ever
just
think
kind of go balls out, you know.
did you ever think you were gonna get caught?
Eventually, yes, yeah.
So you knew you were gonna get
Yeah,
caught.
we knew they were already looking for him, so yeah, we just but they
So
weren't
you
looking
just
for me.
but
But
you just didn't care. You just like
no, not at that time. No,
somebody asked, do you regret robbing banks and would you change anything if you could go back in time?
no, I didn't. I never regretted it. No, I never regretted it because I mean, I got away with it. I got to spend the money that
And
I
they only
robbed.
charged you for nothing compared to what you really did.
And yeah, no, I mean that's all they could charge me with is
Right,
ones that
right.
they charged me with. Yes.
Wow.
So yeah, there was no regrets.
If you put a gun to somebody's head,
Mm-hmm.
right, which you said occasionally you would go in with a gun.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming at some point you pointed a gun at somebody. You had to have.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. That that I almost want to call it trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't leave people, right? When
Yes.
like you remember, have you ever had a gun pointed at you?
Yes.
Do you remember that moment clearly?
Yes.
Okay, it stays with you for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Right. Do you? For some people, that can turn into like trauma. You know,
Yeah.
like it's almost like a PTSD kind of thing. Like it
Yes.
stays with them if you put a gun to somebody's head.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any remorse for those people that might be
Traumatized
by what you
by
did?
that moment. Yes, I do.
You do.
Yeah.
Do you think about it?
No, not anymore. Because I mean, I ask God to forgive me of all this. So yeah, I don't. I try
You
not
ask
to
God,
think
and
about
that's another thing. You told me so. You've changed your life,
Yes.
and
Uh-huh.
now you say you're a Christian.
Yeah, born again Christian. Yes. Uh-huh.
And what got you into that?
Pretty much you got. I mean, my wife.
You're married.
Yeah, I'm married. Yeah, I was. My wife passed away a few
Oh,
years back.
sorry to hear
But
that.
yes. But yes, at that time she was pretty. She is pretty much the one that led me towards that way. Yeah. Mm. But
And that changed everything for you.
no, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I've been clean off of drugs and everything for the past 20 years. So, yeah, I'm glad. I mean, yeah, I made that change. It was best thing I think I've ever done in my life. Yeah.
Are you in contact with any of the people that you used to rob banks with still?
Well, my brother, of course. Yeah.
Anybody? Was there anybody else involved in the robberies besides you guys?
Yeah, but I think they're all, yeah, pretty much they're all dead. No,
They're
except
dead.
my brother and one other person, and I'm not too much in contact with him, but occasionally I know where he lives.
And so that's something interesting that we looked into. Your brother, the one that's passed away,
Mm-hmm.
he, from what I understand, without giving too much away,
Mm-hmm.
he killed a bunch of cops, right?
Oh yes, yeah, that was my older brother. Yes.
So this is like a family of just robbers.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Yeah,
mom and dad around?
yeah, they were at that time, but not no more. Yeah,
Did they
both
know what was
passed away.
going on?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And would they? I mean, do they scold you? Or they're just like,
Well, I mean, we were already older at that time. I mean, in our 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. Yeah, so.
would you
Yeah,
guys
but
help?
at that time they didn't know what we were up to. No, no.
And you said you bought drugs. Did you guys buy houses, cars,
No rented places to stay, cars. We bought cars. I mean,
women?
women. Yeah, and just I mean, pretty much just survived with our. I mean, supporting our drug habit and I mean, just living day to day, pretty much. Yeah, just living our life.
Were there ever moments in prison that made you regret your past actions?
No, no,
Really?
because I knew what I was doing.
What about you?
Never.
You never regretted anything that you
I
did.
had fun in prison.
You had fun in prison. How was it fun?
Just, man, let's see. We're gonna start with getting phones, trying to figure out how to get dope in there, figuring out routes to do stuff. You know, it's It's active. Yeah, it's active in there. People think you're in prison. You're sitting in a cell. No, we had cell phones. We had dope.
Is it still the same like that right now, though?
Oh man,
Yeah.
off the
Oh
hook.
yeah, yeah. They don't change. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And when you say you had cell phones, like it's not like the prison gave you cell phones. You guys would sneak them in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're figuring out routes how to get them in, finding out the weak points in the prison and how to get them through. So,
What'd you hate about prison?
Didn't get enough dope at the
How
time.
would you guys get dope around? How's that? How does that shit get in there?
Oh, all kinds of different ways.
Kinds of different routes.
Prison guards, visits, just to,
Were the guards corrupt?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, a whole lot of them. Yeah.
Really?
Free staff.
Guards, free staff, workers. Yeah.
Like, give me some examples of corruption in the prison system that you guys dealt with while you were in prison. Like, what are some things that you?
Just because the cell phones, you can buy a cheap cell phone out here for say $40,
Yeah.
and in there it'll be $1,500
In a prison.
in a prison.
Well, how do you have $1,500
Selling dope,
Selling drugs.
selling drugs in there.
to other inmates?
Other inmates, yeah. Green
And
dogs.
how do they have the money?
From their outside, however, they're
Do they have actual cash, or is it
No.
like it's all commissary, right?
yes,
So you guys just were like billionaires in regards to snacks. Is
Yeah.
that from what I understand? I've watched a few prison documentaries, right? When you talk about like, oh, it's $1,500. It's $1,500 in.
no real 50.
In real money. Yeah.
Oh no, real money. They
Real.
give you $1,500
Yeah,
in
but
cash.
we don't get it. It goes to a card.
Oh,
Yeah, it's being transferred from card to card. Yeah.
wow. What could you buy? What do you buy with that money? Like,
Commissary.
Commissary, more drugs. A lot of people support their family and kids while they're in there doing that, and
Yeah, I was sending my family, my lady like $500 a week.
in prison,
Yeah, $500 a week, sending her money.
and you could still get away with that shit in there. Like if you went back, it would be easy to just pick it up again. And
Well, I don't know how
it
easy it
depends
is.
on the situation, on the setting, on whatever prison you may end up in. Yeah.
yeah, wow.
It's all different.
So you said you enjoyed prison,
Yeah, when I was in there,
which is I think it's really gonna shock people that you're saying that. It's just crazy. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had to make the best of it. I knew I was there for a reason. For whatever reason whatever crime I may have committed, I didn't regret it, and I had to make the best of.
So you did, but
Of my time.
you wouldn't say you enjoyed it. You just I'm here and this
Yeah.
is it.
No, a lot of times it was enjoyable. Yes.
You did enjoy it,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
and did you make
Because for
friends in
being
there?
in prison, I mean, well, you make the best of it, and
Do you make friends? I'm assuming.
yes, a whole lot of them. Yes, a lot.
And so there's this thing out there where in prison, like you hang out based on your races. So whites hang out with whites,
Yes.
Hispanics hang out with Hispanics, blacks hang out with blacks.
Uh-huh.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah. Pretty much everywhere you go.
It's all segregated by race,
Yes.
not by the prison itself, but it's by the
No.
by the inmates.
By the inmates, yeah.
So you couldn't be like African American hanging out with.
Well, even the prison guards won't put an African American in a white man's cell or a Mexican cell. They won't do that
They
because they know that just will cause a problem. That they've been not doing that for a long time. Yeah, for years, decades.
wow.
Yeah, we're segregated.
And when you get in prison, now you guys are Latino.
Mm-hmm.
You would immediately go to your group, and do they automatically take you in, or how?
Well, yeah. I mean, you usually know somebody, or somebody knows you, and they know. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of every yard I ever been to or just fell into, there was somebody I knew or multiple people that I knew.
You just know somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the craziest shit you saw in prison that you remember to this day? The one thing you remember.
I seen this one. Okay, maybe one of the craziest one is this one guy got slaughtered up in his cell.
Slaughtered.
Yeah, he got stabbed. He got his every drop of blood got drained out of his body, and it was a big old bloody mess. And the first officer that responded there, he took a look inside the cell, and he had a heart attack, and he died right there. He fell out.
The guard responded, saw how bad it was, and died.
Yeah, he had a heart attack right there, and he.
Where were you? You were just in your cell watching?
I was in my cell. I came out because it was early in the morning, and then I looked up there, and I go, "Oh man," because I heard the rumble. I knew something was going on up there because you could only hear the yells and the stat. You mean, yeah, and
Who
I
killed
knew
him?
something happened. Some other guy killed him, I guess, and I don't know if they ever got him. I think they did, but
Wow.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So when I came out to see what was going on, they were already responding, the officers, and yeah, I seen when the guy just grabbed the railing because it was up on the third tier,
And he just died.
and yeah, the officer just had you could tell he was just holding his heart and just holding onto the rail, and he just slowly fell down, and he was dead by the time the other officers responded. Yeah, he had a fatal heart attack.
What about you? Craziest thing you remember?
Fine. Seeing a guard get knocked out.
Seeing a guard getting locked out? What do you mean by that?
A woman guard mouthing off to an inmate and just get fucking just cold-cocked.
Like she got attacked
Yeah, attacked.
by a male inmate.
A male inmate.
Did she die?
No, but she got knocked out.
She got knocked out.
Got her jaw broke.
Did that piss you guys off, or were you guys just
No.
no? It doesn't matter that it was a woman. It's just like
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah, because they do shit to us like them. If we're in the hole, they do headshots.
The hole, for people that don't know what the hole is, it's
solitary confinement.
Segregation. Yeah.
Segregation. Yeah, you see when stuff goes down.
have you both been in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's a little different. I mean,
That's not enjoyable.
It's all right. It's a little bit more camaraderie. Yeah. Come out 10 hours a week,
10 hours a week?
Yeah. 10 hours a week, you're allowed out.
Did you feel like you were going crazy in there?
Nah.
No.
Reading, working out, push-ups, burpees, So.
Really?
Yeah.
This is so crazy because most people don't say this. They say it's hell and
No,
have you seen all those like what lockup and all that shit?
No, that's fucking, they're sissies, man. Fucking weenies.
Really?
Yeah, fucking straight fucking weenies.
It's part of prison, and we know what's expected. I mean, where we're gonna get put in, and like I said, you either let it beat you up, or you just live it. Make the best of it. I mean, that's all you got to do. I mean, you got to make the best of it. Hey, I'm here. I know what I did.
Yeah, I don't think
how do
you say, what do they call that? I can't make it out here because I like my freedom. But when I'm in there, I enjoy being in there. I take full advantage of, all the things I can do in there.
Did you guys kill anybody in prison? Were you involved in any killings?
No, I wasn't.
You guys only got that one guy in the beginning. And you, what about you? No, you've done some stuff.
Yeah, well, I've just, beat up, we checked paperwork, beat up a couple of child molesters really bad, you know what I mean? Beat them to a pulp, yeah.
How do you guys find out someone's a child molester in prison?
Well, mandatory, you got to have paperwork with you. When you're in there, you got to have paperwork.
And that paperwork says why you're there.
Yes.
So you guys just see someone's paperwork, oh, you're a pedophile, you're done.
Yeah. Rapists and stuff like that, too, are done.
What do you guys do to them?
Beat the shit out of them to a pulp and just fucking pound them to the fucking ground.
And don't you guys get in trouble for that shit?
Oh, yeah, if you get caught. we don't get caught.
You'll end up in segregation.
Yeah. New charges, you know what I mean?
And it's worth it to you to get new charges and stay in there longer to beat the shit out of a pedophile.
Yeah, but you're not going to get caught, though.
You could.
Yeah, possibility, yes.
And it's worth it to you.
Yeah.
How many pedophiles have you beat the shit out of?
One. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How about you?
When I first got in jail when I was 18, yeah, there was a child molester there.
You just fucking... And do the guards even care? They probably want
They
you.
threw him in there. No,
They do that
That's what I was going to say. Cause,
they threw them in there knowing what happened because,
right, because they know.
they're supposed to segregate him and throw him in protective custody. But
Fuck.
they throw him in there knowing what is going to happen. But, of course, they don't like them type of prisoners themselves,
And what do you just beat the shit out of them, or you use a shank, or what?
If at the time we have a piece, we'll shank them. But most of the time, you just beat them to a pulp, stomp them out.
All right, so all the charges you've been charged with, real quick. Let's go through them. Strong arm robbery. What else?
Armed bank robbery.
Armed bank robbery.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
Assault with a deadly weapon. Real quick, sum it up. What'd you do with it?
Oh, I shot somebody.
You shot somebody. You didn't get like an attempted murder charge?
No, almost, but it was just he was shot in the leg, so it was just assault with the great bodily harm.
So gang,
Assault with it,
gang related. Anything else?
Yeah, a whole lot of other things. I mean, yeah, just commercial burglaries, a lot of drug charges,
And drugs fueled this.
yes, drugs fueled everything. Yes,
Got it.
that is really my only regret was using drugs, was starting on it. Because
If you didn't use drugs, do you think you still would have done this?
no,
No.
not half the things I did in my life. No,
So it was so powerful that you would do anything for it.
pretty much, yeah.
Got it. And then for you, we'll
I'm
start with the worst charge. What have you
a
got?
187
What is a 187?
murder.
You've murdered somebody.
No,
I mean, you're wearing a mask. You could just, did you?
I was part of something. Yeah,
Okay. So you murdered, go into it a little if you can.
just shit happened, and but yeah.
So you've murdered somebody.
And I got caught and they broke it down on the charges to a different, so, and it happened when I was youth authority. So when I was a youth.
So you were in jail.
Yeah.
And so when you murdered this person, do you have any regrets looking back at it or remorse?
On that, that part of my life, yes.
You do.
Yeah.
You wish you didn't do it.
Well, the circumstances, yeah, exactly, yes.
Wow. What else have you been charged with?
Assault and battery, police officers, assault and
So you
battery.
fight cops.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
You lose every time you fight them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you don't win with them.
How old are you?
Now, 61.
You're 61 years old.
61.
And what have you spent like half your life in prison?
Yeah, pretty much.
What about you? How old are you?
64,
And you spent about half?
about half, yeah.
Wow. What else have you been charged with?
Just like I said, just assault batteries, weapon charges, stuff like that. So,
Easy to get a gun?
yeah,
Still?
yeah, definitely.
Now,
No, do I choose to have it?
you guys are convicted felons.
Yes.
Do you guys own firearms right now?
No.
You do.
Yeah.
How'd you get it?
Have someone else buy it.
See if somebody else buy the gun and you have it. If
Yeah.
you got caught with that gun, how fucked are you?
Probably, probably 12 years. You know what I mean? Depending on how many bullets I have in at the time.
So it's not hard for you to get a gun, even with
No.
California's gun laws.
No, everyone's got a gun. California.
Okay. You have also a mayhem charge.
Yeah.
For people that don't know what a mayhem charge is, can you explain that?
It's removing a body part off of somebody through physical contact.
You removed a body part off somebody.
Yeah, took an ear off. Did a Mike Tyson, as they say, Mike Tyson.
Can you explain what happened?
Yeah, I was with my family at the time. I had my daughter with me, and we were coming home to grab something to meet the wife, and I bumped into a car.
Uh-huh.
Long story short, I got out to talk to the guy, explain to the dude that, hey, look, it was just a little kiss. Nothing happened. And he was making a big thing about it. So I kind of told him to fuck off, and I walked away from him. But I
Right.
didn't realize his buddy was on the other side doing something else. So as I was going down the walkway, I get cut off by his buddy, and they attacked me. And I had my daughter in my hand. So I went over a wall. Long story short, they were both pounding on me. So I got my thumb, shoved it into his eye. He screamed. He pulled his head back. I turned his head, brought it down, and took his ear off, completely off.
Took his ear off, like
With my teeth.
you bit his ear
Yeah,
off.
bit his ear off with my teeth. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Took the whole ear off. Spit it out.
And then
And
you
then-
spit it out.
Yeah, spit out. And then after the guy screamed and ran away, I picked up the ear and I ran into the back into my place, and I flushed it down the toilet. No one knew at the time what I did with it.
Shut the fuck up.
So as I'm now trying to get back to my wife, I get what's called a felony stop on Bristol in 17th Street. Lay me out, pull me out, lay me out in the street, shut down the whole street, you know what I mean, both sides traffic, pull me out of the vehicle, and then after a few hours later being incarcerated, sergeant comes to want to talk to me, and my wife's on the phone, and they want the ear. And I'm like, no, I'm playing dumb. What ear? What are you talking about? Because I already dumped it. You know what I mean? I'm not giving the fucking ear back to the dude. Fuck him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Started some shit. Fuck him.
Fuck. So this is like, well, you guys think this. I mean, this is what you grew up in. This is the life you came from.
Yes.
This is normal to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because people are going to listen to this and think, Jesus Christ, like this is crazy. But like this is how you guys lived.
Yeah.
What for this to be normalized for you, like just everything, robbing banks as kids, right? Coming from a family that did a bunch of different shit, shooting a guy for tagging an area. Is it because of the area you came from? Is it because like what? For parents that might listen to this, right? How do they ensure that their kid doesn't end up like that?
They don't know.
They don't know.
They have no clue.
It's always been said you're a product of your environment. Pretty much, the environment we grew up in, and that's where, yeah, you either get out of it or you don't.
And you just didn't get out of it, and it just sucked you in.
Yep, pretty much.
I enjoyed it. I didn't care.
Would you go back and change anything?
No, probably not.
Really?
I like my life, I mean, yeah, of course, yeah, I would love to, be a millionaire and, have to.
Yeah. Is it hard for you to find a job?
Oh, no, I make excellent money right now, what I do. I make prevailing wage or at my job.
But, like, you have a murder charge.
Yeah, but that's all past juvenile stuff, so.
Oh, true, right.
Yeah, so.
But you have the mayhem charge.
Yeah.
Do they look
But I have skills, I mean, I took advantage of being incarcerated because most of the places I was at, Youth Authority, they had carpentry, they had brick masonry, they had plastering, milling cabinets. So I took advantage of all that stuff while I was there.
Because then when you go back out there now, you got a skill.
Yeah, I have skills, yeah. So basically what I do right now, my title is a carpenter, but I do a lot of different things.
Really? Yeah. And what about you? With your charges, is it like when you got out, you guys have a car wash business. We all know about that.
Yeah.
But if you didn't have that, how do you get a job?
Look for one.
Have you applied for a job before or after getting out of prison?
Yeah. As a carpenter, finished carpenter. Because that's one thing I did grow up. My dad was a finished carpenter all his life, and I learned that since I was 13, 14 years old.
And family, you guys just take care of each other. Yeah. You get a job somewhere, and then you're getting everybody the job somewhere, and it's just.
So I had skills. So I really didn't ever have a. And my brother, one brother or the other was always working with a construction company, and they'd always get me in because they they knew we knew our skills, we knew what we were doing, as far as that goes, as far as carpentry, construction, yeah. I'd always work hard for my money, so
yeah.
When I wasn't doing other things,
Wow, it's fascinating stuff. Let me ask you this. Everybody want to know, and I ask everybody that comes on here, why do you feel like you can only talk about this kind of stuff, right, behind a mask? Everybody's different. I just had a cop on here, right? Yeah. He didn't want to show his face. He said it's because policy. Okay, that was his argument. Why wouldn't you want, like you just told me you murdered somebody, okay? Why? Because it would follow you? Is it because you just don't want to own that? Is it?
We're not supposed to. Yeah.
You just don't want people to know.
Yeah, exactly. We're not supposed to.
Prison policy.
Prison policy. Like if they knew right now, if we had the mask removed and we got arrested, and they seen this, we'd be stabbed. We get stabbed for this.
You get stabbed
for this, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And they would know.
If we didn't have the mask on,
that shit just gets around. They talk like like they figure shit out.
Who we are.
They find out. Yes.
Wow. 2 more things that somebody asked me. Did any of the guards ever assault you guys or like use excessive force on you guys, or is it, shit like that? No.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially the counties
yeah,
sheriffs.
yeah. I mean, I got beat up by county sheriffs when I was there back in '78.
Why'd they beat you up? Or what
Because I
provoked it?
threw a pot of coffee on one of them.
Well, fuck. I mean, that would do it.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of caused it. I mean, yeah, it was.
So you kind of
They were beating up on another older guy, so I mean,
you took a hot pot of coffee and chucked it on a cop.
Yes.
Fuck you. I mean, he must have just screamed.
Oh yeah, he was a little mad. Yeah. They came back.
And then what they do? They just came back and fucked you up.
And beat the hell out of me. But yeah.
How long did you go in for that?
Oh, I ended up doing the rest of my 3 years in prison.
Did they put you in the hole?
For a little bit, yes. Administrator said yes, I did.
What about you?
Well, what?
Just any incidents with cops in prison?
No, not really. No, I kind of always stayed out of the way because I was always trying to make money. So I was trying
Just hustling.
Yeah, I was always hustling. That's my thing. I hustle.
Do you guys meet anybody famous in prison?
Onion Field Killer. You ever heard of that? Onion Field?
Who?
The Onion Field Killers?
The Onion Field Killers?
Yeah, they killed the cops back in Bakersfield.
No.
Back in, I think, the 60s.
No.
Yeah.
They brag about it?
No. I ran into them. I seen them. It's just.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. What about you? Anybody?
Nobody really famous. I mean, I mean, maybe just some like drug dealers. I mean, yeah, in the federal system you run into. I mean, so.
Oh, then who was the other guy? 2020 football player, played for Patriots, Dallas, frontline. I can't think of his name. Got arrested for something, killing a husband here in Newport Beach. Another guy I ran into, but he ended up fucking PC. Well, the minute he went on to 2020 to tell his story, they PC'd him up. Oh.
Wow. Crazy shit, guys.
Yeah, normal. Every day.
Yeah, for you guys, it's normal, but it's like. Now, do you have kids?
One.
You wouldn't want your kids to follow the shit you do? No chance. Grandkids?
No.
You want to hear about this one? My oldest, from my other marriage, is a police officer.
Your oldest son is a police officer?
Yeah, police officer.
Do you talk with him?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yep. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine how those interactions go. Does he know you have a gun?
No, I don't.
No. He doesn't know that shit.
No. But he's not in this state, though. Just so
got it. Somewhere else.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, another part of the United States. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, if there's anything else you guys want to add, is there, something that you feel like people don't know about prison, or is there anything, like any misconceptions? I pretty much got your whole robbery story. I think I've got that.
Yeah.
How about this? Let me ask you this. You guys, you give me the vibe that you're like an OG gangster. Like the guy, you're in your 60s, right?
Yeah.
The new generation of gang members popping up right now, these young guys. What are your thoughts on them?
No, not too highly. No, I don't think
Why?
too
What?
highly of them. It's just they're just a whole lot different.
You just think they're just.
They didn't grow up the same way we did. Yeah, they don't got the same morals and what have you. And it's just they're
Morals.
just a lot different. Yeah.
What about you?
I think some of them are good, some are bad. Just like anything, got to weed them out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been to a lot of good youngsters. During my time, so I stay up in a higher level, so it's different for me. You know what I mean? So
Higher level as in.
Yeah, 3 and 4 yards, so it's a little bit different.
Oh, so 3 and 4 yards for people that don't know, like that's a higher lockdown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's and there are a lot of good youngsters in there. You know what I mean? Then there's, like you said, there's some youngsters that just fall by the wayside. You know what I mean? But
yeah, if you go to prison, do they immediately know that you're like you've been there? Like
yeah, because I
feel like the longer you've been in prison, you earn like seniority over people, kind of.
Normally when I go, I get
treated a little better.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Is there somebody that seats you in a better spot? Is it like the leader of your block?
It's because of who we know and people. It's just.
Do you just know so many people and they're like, oh shit, you guys are back?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those.
Take care of this guy. Give him
exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck. Wow.
So I've been out, what, 5 years now?
Yeah. Don't plan on going back?
No. This time, no. I got a good job this round. I don't want to lose my job. I mean, I got my place, just got a new truck, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, you got your shit together.
yeah, I'm trying to stay together, I got my little hiccups here and there,
And you have a car wash.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm done with
You've
this.
been sober.
Yep. 20 years, yeah.
Wow. Turn to God.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How long have you been sober? Oh, you just came off?
no, I mean, I drink. I have my beer every day. Yeah, I drink. Yeah, I don't. As far as hard dope, yeah, no. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I think this was interesting, and it was just a good opportunity to talk to you guys, and
Maybe I'll come back and we'll talk some more.
yeah, I definitely. Plus, I want to talk to your brother. That's
Yes. Yeah. He'll be
22 years. He's coming out in March.
March, yeah. He'll be available soon. Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, right around the corner.
That's crazy. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.